Now it seems like everyone has a man crush on this guy. So let's talk about him. Elijah Mitchell. This is a guy that I have to tell you that I missed on. Now I liked him as a prospect, but I liked Trey Sermon more. But when Trey Sermon was drafted by the 49ers, I was excited because of what could happen, but I wasn't excited because I didn't feel like that he was a fit for how the Niners like to run. And if I would have been looking into the situation more when they did double back and draft Elijah Mitchell in the 6th round, 10th pick, a running back that is more sore for this system, maybe I could have seen the writing on the wall. Maybe it was the general manager made the other pick, but it was the Shanahan made this pick. I don't know. But this was a player I felt fit the system more than Sherman did. So Elijah Mitchell did fit my prototype. As I said, drafted 6th round, 10th pick, 5'10", 201, ran a 4.38. Shanahan loves them fast running backs. My notes was that he was a 2-star prospect, looked decent on the little film that I did see, adequate speed, which I seen on film, good instincts at the line of scrimmage, but he played against questionable competition. So, but I did put that I like this guy. I just could not guess what could have happened that he would have beat out Trey Sermon. And that was because of the 3rd-round draft capital that was put in for Trey Sermon. Now, Elijah Mitchell in the season, he ended up finishing as running back 28. He averaged 14.2 points a game, which was 18th if we was going to by points per game for the running back. The real question now for redraft, where will he go next year? And there was a person the prior season that has similar numbers. Miles Sanders finished the 23rd running back and averaged 14.2 points. And this year he was drafted in an average around the 302. So that means sometimes he went in the 2nd, sometimes he went late 3rd, or maybe the 4th. But so I'm guessing this is the range Elijah Mitchell probably going. He probably go more so in the 2nd round if San Fran doesn't bring in any new talent. So if they don't bring in any new talent that threaten his position, that we feel that might threaten his position, then there's a good chance he's going in the 2nd round. I feel like more people love Elijah Mitchell than I've ever seen them have love for Miles Sanders. Now let's go into our dynasty view. Elijah Mitchell is 23.7, so he will be 24 next season. For the playoffs, he done got a snap share of 71%, 72%, and then 47%. So I don't know what happened that last game. Maybe they just shut him down, or they was just giving the ball to Debo an absurd amount of times. But number 71 and 72 look really good. He had an 83 opportunity share. Only 2 running backs that had more of an opportunity share than him was Najee Harris and Derrick Henry. So the real question is, what is he worth? So let's take it to DLF and see what trades we had the last month. We had Elijah Mitchell, Rondale Moore, and a 3rd rounder for Cam Akers. Someone traded. Man, somebody ought to go to this league and smack this dude. Someone traded Elijah Mitchell for a 4th rounder. What the? Have this trade that happened January the 5th, Elijah Mitchell for Le'Veon Bell and a second rounder. Jesus Christ. So I'm not really seeing. And I've seen Elijah Mitchell being traded mid-season, and he was traded for a first rounder. Do I believe he's worth a first rounder? Probably. Oh, it just depends on where. It just depends on exactly which spot you're giving up. Because if nothing changes for 49ers, he's definitely worth the first rounder. Hands down. If nothing changed in the 49ers backfield, definitely. Now, Lance is going to siphon some of them runs away from Elijah Mitchell. There's going to be a lot more quarterback design runs. So first you got to know that. So some of his work will decrease. But if nothing changes in the backfield and they go into next season with the same backfield, I'll take Elijah Mitchell maybe over Kenny Pickett if I don't need a quarterback. Nah, I can't do it. Look, Elijah Mitchell don't have the draft capital. You know how much I like draft capital, and for Elijah Mitchell to only have 6 rounds as a draft capital, even though I feel like Shanahan don't care about draft capital when it comes to his running backs, it worries me. So I'm taking Kenny Pickett over him. I'm taking whatever quarterback goes into a starting role over him. So if it's Matt Corral, if it's Sam Howell, is 3 quarterbacks are drafted in the starting role, taking all of them over him. When it comes to the wide receiver, I'm taking Garrett Wilson over him, taking Treylon Burks over him, Drake London. And, maybe I might take another depending on what he drafted. So that's about 6 players. I'm taking Breece Hall over him. I'm taking Isaiah Spiller over him. Depending where Kenneth Walker drafted, I'm taking him over him. So that's about 9. And I'm taking Trey McBride over him. So 10. But that's tight end premium. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking Trey McBride over him because I don't have the patience to wait for tight ends to develop. So 110, let's see if we'll stop at 110. 110 is what he worked. That's as high as what he worked for me. Now, mid-season, when you really needed a running back, they give you points, you could have got more than that. But now it's the off season, and they gotta wait, and there's some speculation involved, and anything could happen that tank his value. That's as high as I can go. And I personally wouldn't be buying into Elijah Mitchell until after the off season. Like if Elijah Mitchell was offered by himself in a deal, to me, I gotta be definitely winning that deal to take it, and I'm not giving you a draft pick. Not giving you my draft pick for him, unless it's like the 201, 202, then you can have him, because he definitely work a second. I'll go ahead and pay that. I'll pay that. You start asking for a first, nah, homie. But if you're selling him, you definitely got to get the first. You definitely got to get the first or 2 seconds, 2 high seconds. So, I try to keep these short, so I ain't going to hold you. Remember, there is no off season for champion. Peace.